morning, everybody! So here we are again with another Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire Remake video. Yay! So anyway, today we'll be talking about the new things that Game Freak can bring to the table in a remake, rather than just updating the region's graphics and adding in new Gen 6 mechanics and whatnot. Because in the past two remakes, Game Freak has added something fresh to the games. Take the Sevii Islands, for example, in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, or the Battle Frontier and the Embedded Tower in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So if that Hoenn remake ever comes along, what's something new that they can implement to the games? The Safari Zone. Interestingly, the Hoenn Safari Zone hosts 0 Generation 3 Pokemon. Why is this, you ask? Because all the Pokemon in the zone are actually imported from Kanto and Johto. So why not go ahead and introduce some Pokemon from Sinnoh, Unova, and Kalos into the Hoenn Safari Zone? I mean, we haven't had a Safari Zone in the most recent 2 generations, so assuming that the Hoenn Safari Zone is making a comeback, why not give it a wow factor by having Pokemon from all the other 5 regions? Of course, there will be a lot of people who only want Pokemon from the original Ruby and Sapphire to be in the remakes, and that's fine too. So let's just limit the Generation 4, 5, and 6 Pokemon to the Safari Zone only, and nowhere else in Hoenn. Mega Evolution. Since we're assuming a Hoenn remake will happen sometime in Generation 6's lifespan, obviously Mega Evolution is going to be a factor in the Hoenn region, whether you like it or not. Like I said in the previous video, a Hoenn remake would be a great time to reveal Mega Latios and Mega Latias to the public, even though we totally already know about them. Since Diantha and Lysandre's main Pokemon can Mega Evolve Pokemon X and Y, why not give Mega Evolutions to Maxie's Camerupt, Archie's Sharpedo, and Steven's Metagross? That is, assuming that Steven is still going to be the champion. At the very least, those 3 Pokemon need Mega Evolutions, just because they're iconic among Hoenn's best trainers. StreetPass for secret bases. Oh man, I've been dying to talk about this one. StreetPass is an odd sort of little thing on your 3DS that occasionally adds someone to your passerby list on the PSS, and that's neat, kind of. Come on, if the 3DS offers a feature like this, let's put it to better use. How about when you pass someone by with your 3DS, StreetPass will not only register them to your PSS, but it can also put their secret base into the game. There are tons of secret base locations scattered throughout Hoenn, so you could probably store up to maybe 10 or 20 secret bases on your game. Then you could delete or rotate bases among your friends as needed. After all, that feature actually did exist in Ruby and Sapphire, so how about we just extend on it in the remakes? Extended Postgame. Okay, so whether you love Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire or hate it, you gotta admit it had a pretty pathetic postgame, where you could pretty much just catch your Regis, one of the Eon duo, and Rayquaza, and then challenge the Battle Tower. Emerald was a little bit better as it turned the Battle Tower into a full-fledged Battle Frontier. Red and Blue also suffered a miserable postgame where you could pretty much just go out and catch Mewtwo and all the other Pokemon that were left over. And like I said earlier, the Sevii Islands came along in the remakes to fix that. The only reason why Heart Gold and Soul Silver didn't add too much to Gold and Silver's postgame is because, well, Gold and Silver already had a dang good postgame. I mean, come on, you could go to Kanto. So I'm thinking the Battle Frontier definitely needs a comeback. It would also be nice to have a few more foreign legendaries in Hoenn like they did with Unova in Black and White too. There could even be a little mini-story showing what actually happens to Maxie and Archie after events at Sootopolis City. In Ruby and Sapphire, we saw them returning the orbs to Mount Pyre, and we pretty much never saw them again. Diving is one of the main highlights of the Hoenn region, and I absolutely love it. But it sorta sucks that you can only do it in specific spots. In Diamond and Pearl, Game Freak proved they can make an entire underground map for Sinnoh, so why not make an entire underwater map for Hoenn? I mean, we could kill a ton of time down there when we're waiting for new Pokemon games. Just a suggestion. So that's my take on what needs to be added to a Hoenn remake. This is probably going to be my last Hoenn remake video for a while, but I assure you, more and more interesting content will be coming soon. So as always, I encourage you to subscribe if you want to see that, so be sure to rate and comment, and I'll see you guys next time.